Hey there, let's get into a live game. Um, hmm. None of these are that good. Perhaps go with this one because the crawler goes well with it. Not sure if I'm going to go this far back. Probably I prefer something like this instead. We're going to float to 200, obviously. Don't know much about this opponent. Probably a really good player. So he gets the Mustang. So wait a second. He only uses one deployment? I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's not that good for us, though. We definitely skip here. These Mustangs are a little bit concerning now. We probably don't get armor right away. That would be potentially a throw. We could start selling off the balls right now. But the balls are acting as kind of as chaff, but they're not the greatest chaff, I suppose, in this case. Tanks would be better. So could just start selling out, I think. Do we put a tank here? Like, look, that's what you're supposed to do when the steel balls are running in. We can't afford a tank because of the unlock situation. We could go another Phantom Ray. Could go range here, but range is going to be useless because the balls are going to be in front. Could also get cloak. But probably, or we could get armor, but that's like, it could be a bit of an overcommittal here. Let's just go for the extra pack of rays here. Missile actually would be pretty good, but he does have the crawlers already in front. Triple Mustang, not exactly what we want to see here, but it looks like our player already has he already has a plan here. I don't think he knows who we are here, so this is just his, this must be his little steel ball Mustang go-to strat. The question is, do we click the burst before we click the armor? And another consideration is sometimes you don't really want the burst because in this case, going in burst, the steel balls probably make sense, level 2. But yeah, you don't want burst if you're just going against the Mustangs alone because they take longer to kill. we already start having a couple of problems. We have the problem of the Mustang damage, and we have the problem of the anti-missile. But with the Vulcan, that solves both problems, right? So we luckily get this drop. We probably use the oil right away, and just try to light the oil. Kind of go for a cheap round here. Just not commit to any techs. I think this is okay. Not commit to any techs on the Phantom Rays, because as good as the Phantom Ray is, it can be countered with techs on the Mustang. I think this placement is okay in the middle here. I probably want to get levels on the tower, but might be able to skip that. Do we need another arc light? Probably not this round. An arc light here would be okay, but we are planning to go mass, or at least dual Vulcan Warcrimes. So perhaps the arc light's not necessary anymore. Maybe we just level the tower, or maybe we just bank. Maybe level the tower, maybe just bank, get the attack, and just we could just wait. See what the opponent does. Okay, so he goes Raiden, which is going to be quite strong. And, armor or a burst isn't really going to be helpful against the Raiden, although the burst is quite good against Raiden. We see the level 2 fangs here, which is also a problem. This prompts us to really consider getting armor, but the problem isn't the damage from the fangs or the Mustangs. The problem is getting held in place while the Raiden one-shots the Phantom Rays. So we need to invest in more into the Vulcan right now. I think this is too short-sighted. Rhino Cell could be good if we can kind of use it as a missile, but don't really think we can use any of these. We want to get the other unit here, and we want the Incendiary, but the problem is now probably even start selling out the arc lights now. We're gonna need a borrow here. We at least get the cloak, probably get the energy shield next. Some chaff in front of the Vulcan could be okay. Probably, I don't know. We could sell this. I mean, probably too risky to sell that actually. I think we actually do sell it because it is kind of vulnerable to the Raidens. And let's go for another pack of Rays. The Raidens, the Vulcans are very exposed to the Raidens. He's got a lot of chaff, nothing on the ground really, except for the Mustang's fangs and Raidens. So the probably wants to go range on the Raidens, I think, because I think the Rays are could be connecting really soon. The cloak helps us because it prevents the Rays from taking multiple shots while they make their way forward. And we do start turning things around. It's a very early double Vulcan play here, round 4. Deployment might be good for moving around the Vulcan here. I think we take it, but we're very, very low on money here, so maybe we can't afford it, actually. We should upgrade this to the full Warcrime. We can't even upgrade the, can't even fully upgrade these guys. Question is, do we put like a Fang here or something? I think we want to upgrade all the Phantom Rays. And we're going to borrow because we want to spend our deployments. I think we just go two Fangs just to kind of protect the... Just act as chaff here for the Vulcans. I mean, maybe they don't need it, but once they start getting chain on the Raidens... Is this guy a giant specialist? No, he got the improved melting point. So, did he really spend 400 to unlock these 2 giant classes already? That's a pretty big commitment. I'm not quite sure if that's the right decision. The melting point is not scary. You know, we had a game recently against mass melting point with improved card, and yeah, it's not really scary at all. We could go against melting point improved all day. So now things are starting to spiral out of control for the opponent, and we're just gonna keep pushing. So probably sell this guy. Not sure if there's anything we need here. I think we just get something and sell it. There is range on the ratings now. We actually want to go Wasp, but I don't think we can really go Wasp here. I think we want to ensure we cover the fire here, because that's probably the biggest possible way we lose this. We'll make this guy come in a little later here. I think we don't need anything for this side. And we'll continue to invest. Probably let's get the shield, because that's going to help us tank an additional shot from the Raiden. So do we go, what do we do here? Do we go, I think we just keep going Phantom Rays. Speed could be good here. Maybe go speed. Okay, so we've got a worm coming with burrow maintenance. No more techs on the Raidens, and we see the Wasps with the shield. The Wasps are actually really good, although in reality the aerial spec and range enhancement I think is better than the shield. But I get what he's trying to do. He doesn't want the Wasps to deal damage. He wants the Wasps to tank while the Raidens do damage. But I feel like even aerial spec, you're still going to be in front of the Raidens, so they will still tank. Sure, maybe they only tank 1 shot instead of 2, but the Phantom Ray fires 2 missiles, so it really won't. The shield I don't think makes a difference for the Phantom Ray. Yeah, I mean, kind of feel like things were going out of control. Spending the 400 on unlocking. I believe this was the unlock, although it could have came from a drop. Yeah, actually, this came from a drop, I think, right? We did get the Vulcan early. Basically, it was a 100 discount on the unlock, so I think that kind of tells us something, like maybe in the future when we get into a situation like this, we probably need to pull out the Vulcan and even spend the unlock cost and just invest in the Vulcan very early, even if it's only round 4, Because on round 4 we had 2 Vulcans with the Incendiary, and I don't really recall ever having a game where we had that many Vulcans that early. Usually it's like a round 6 kind of situation where you can go and all of a sudden buy 2 Vulcans and get the Incendiary. So I think I I think I learned something in terms of perhaps how to play it in the future. I just kind of want to go back and just see what what would have happened if the opponent went aerial spec and range on the wasps instead of the shield tech, because wasps are usually a very good way to defend against the phantom ray spam. Alright, so we just buy something and sell it. We don't really need to create like a distraction or a tank here. Although this would actually be pretty effective against the Phantom Ray itself. Maybe we just leave that there and let's look into maybe sell out of the melting point, I think. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Are we really worried about the chaff here from the opponent? I mean, for 150 maybe? Or do we just want to get... Yeah, I think for 150 we may as well just kind of burn the opponent chaff. And we'll go for the speed. Speed is not going to be good for our chaff or for our Mustangs, but we're assuming the Mustangs are pretty much as good as dead. Not sure if this oil is going to be ignitable. So we're doing okay on this side. I think we cleared the Phantom Rays already, and we have just 4 left. We still have 2 Raidens here, so we should be able to clean this up. And we do. So I think, yeah, the Typhoon's still good. Ideally, you get the aerial spec, but probably go for these 2 techs on the Wasp instead. So yeah, he could have turned things around, even though it was looking really bad. And then the next round, what the opponent would do is just keep building wasps. Maybe I don't know about the shield quite yet, because again the Phantom Rays shoot twice. For the Phantom Ray player, if I lose to this the next round, I go more. I'm gonna go anti-air wasp myself, but what the opponent has that I don't have is he has the Typhoon with aerial spec, so elite recruiting those would most likely delete our wasps, so that would kind of be like the end game to see if our wasps would survive and whatnot. But yeah, the Raiden would probably eventually win if this game kept going on, and you know, it was kind of like there was a big battle going on in the middle. The longer that goes on, the more damage the Raiden does, especially after it gets the EMP and the chain. So yeah, who knows how it would have gone, but at least we learned something here about how to counter the rays with the correct technologies on the Wasp. Anyways, hopes you guys enjoyed that one, and we'll see you in the next one.